Every struggle, every judgment, every barrier that shakes your spirit is a moment where you hand over control of your peace to the outside world. True strength is not the absence of hardship, but the creation of a steady core that does not crumble, no matter what happens. Picture living each day calm and centered, no longer trapped by overthinking, no longer drained by unnecessary conflict, simply clear and powerful. In a moment, I will walk you through life, changing principles that will help you rise above negativity and keep command of your reactions so that nothing owns you but yourself. Once you embody these principles, you will no longer be easily moved. Your life will be guided from within, not swayed by every passing storm. Life is unpredictable. People will mock you, situations will collapse, and surprises will catch you off guard. You cannot block these events from entering your life. What you can absolutely decide is the way you respond to them. This is the essence of mastering your mind. Imagine a warrior in the middle of a violent storm. The winds roar, the skies flash with lightning, the rain lashes his face. Yet he does not run, he does not panic, he stands steady because he has disciplined his mind to remain unshaken by forces beyond his reach. This is the mindset you must adopt. The insults, disappointments, and disasters of life cannot defeat you if your mind refuses to surrender. If you let your emotions run wild, you turn into a puppet, pulled this way and that by anyone or anything. A single insult ruins your mood. A single failure convinces you to quit. But when you take control of those emotions, you cut the strings and free yourself. You reclaim your own power. How can you practice this? Begin with a pause before any reaction. When something annoys you, take a slow breath. Ask yourself, will this matter years from now? Almost every time, the answer is no. The rude comment someone made today will not matter next month. The small mistake you made will not decide your future. This simple question helps you separate what deserves your attention and what does not. Part of mental mastery is also refusing to let anger lead you. Many destroy friendships, wound loved ones, and make decisions they regret because they speak or act in a fit of rage. But when you breathe, reflect, and respond with calmness, you guard yourself from regret. You build a mental shield that foolishness cannot pierce. This mental control also applies to failure. Imagine you are hiking up a steep mountain. You trip, you lose your footing, you take a wrong turn. Most people stop climbing at the first major fall. But a person who rules over his mind does not quit. He learns, he stands again, and he keeps moving. Failure turns into education, not devastation. It no longer robs you of strength. Consider also insults. People will doubt you, laugh at you, say cruel things. If you explode with anger, you hand them your power. If you smile and keep walking, their words lose all weight. They expect you to fight back, but your refusal disarms them. You stay in control. This is the real freedom, knowing that no one can disturb your peace unless you allow it. Mastering your mind does not mean becoming numb or cold. It means directing your feelings instead of letting them control you. You still feel anger, but you don't act recklessly. You still feel sadness, but you do not drown in it. You still enjoy happiness, but you do not lose focus. It is inner balance. Every single day, you will face small tests. A driver cuts you off, a friend cancels plans, a task takes longer than expected. These are not inconveniences, they are training sessions. Each time you choose calm over chaos, you strengthen your mental discipline. Over time, this becomes your natural state. You will be able to walk through storms and remain unshaken. In the end, your mind is your greatest asset. If you govern it, you rule your entire life. No external force can control you because you control yourself. Once you reach this place, no insult, no setback, no disaster will ever break you. That is true strength. But a strong mind without direction is like a ship without a compass. You can be calm yet still drift endlessly. Imagine wandering in a dense forest without a map. You may walk all day, but without knowing where you are headed, you might circle back to the same place. This is what life feels like without clear goals. You wake up reacting to events but never move toward anything that fulfills you. Now imagine a sailor who sails out to sea with no map, no destination. He is at the mercy of wind and wave, tossed around without choice. Years can pass and he may never find land, but if he sails with a compass, No matter how wild the sea becomes, he can always find his way back on course. Goals are that compass. They give your life direction. When you set meaningful goals, you choose where you are headed instead of letting circumstances choose for you. Ask yourself, who do I truly want to become? What kind of life do I want to create? What mountain do I want to climb? These are your starting points. Goals are not just about wealth or achievement. They are about living with purpose instead of drifting aimlessly. Create both small and large goals. Small goals build daily discipline, an hour of study, a short workout, saving a small amount of money. These may seem minor, but they shape who you become. Large goals give your life vision. Perhaps you dream of being a great mentor, a powerful leader, a voice that inspires others. Holding such visions lifts you above daily distractions. Goals also strengthen you when life feels heavy. Imagine hiking toward a summit. The trail is harsh, your legs ache, your hands bleed. If you do not have a reason to climb, you will give up halfway. But if you can see the breathtaking view that awaits, you will press forward despite the pain. Your goals are that view. They give meaning to the struggle. Some people avoid setting goals because they fear failure. But failure is simply a detour, not a dead end. When you know where you are going, a wrong turn does not end your journey. You simply adjust your route. A clear goal shrinks the power of failure because it reminds you of the bigger picture. Goals also bring clarity. Many waste their time on meaningless distractions because they do not know what they are working toward. When you have a goal, you become selective. You stop saying yes to everything. You invest your time and energy in what brings you closer to your vision. True goals are written in your heart, not just scribbled on a list. A wish is fragile. It disappears when life gets difficult. A real goal is something you hold on to even in the hardest moments. You remind yourself every day that this is where you are heading. This constant focus gives you inner stability. In the end, goals are not simply about arriving at a destination. They are about who you become on the way. Someone stronger, more disciplined, and more guided. A person without goals is like a drifting ship. A person with goals can withstand any storm and still find their way home. When you live this way, setbacks lose their power. They simply become lessons in navigation. Another key is developing resilience, the ability to keep standing no matter how hard you are knocked down. Resilience is like a hidden muscle in the mind. Just as physical strength grows by lifting weight, mental strength grows by facing hardship. At first, challenges feel unbearable. They hurt, they exhaust you, they make you fall. But each time you get back up, that inner muscle becomes stronger. Over time, you become nearly unshakable. Strength is not the absence of failure. The strongest individuals are those who fail over and still rise. Each fall gives them new insight, new power, new courage. The failure does not destroy them, it shapes them. Consider Thomas Edison. He made thousands of attempts before finally inventing the light bulb. Every single attempt could have been the end, yet he viewed each one as progress, not defeat. He famously said he did not fail, he only found thousands of ways that didn't work. That is resilience, seeing every setback as a step forward. Life will test you. You may lose an opportunity you wanted. You may be mocked. You may pour months of work into something and see no result. These are heavy blows. But instead of seeing them as walls that stop you, treat them as stepping stones to climb higher. Each obstacle is training for the future. Imagine a tree enduring a storm. The wind bends it, the rain pounds it, but its roots push deeper into the ground. When the storm passes, the tree is stronger. You are the same. Every storm can help you grow deeper roots if you refuse to break. To build resilience, change your perspective about struggle. Most see pain as punishment. See it instead as preparation. Hardship is training. Fire forges steel and trials forge character. The hotter the fire, the stronger the metal. Another way to grow resilience is to keep your vision in front of you. When life knocks you down, remind yourself why you started. A climber does not quit halfway just because the path is steep. He keeps going because he wants to see the top. Keep your eyes on your summit. Let it pull you forward. Resilience also grows in daily moments. Each time you face a difficulty and deal with it, instead of running, you build inner strength. When you keep working even though you feel exhausted, you fortify your spirit. When you refuse to let insults shatter your peace, you train yourself to endure. These small victories build an unshakable core. Do not be afraid of rejection or failure. They are teachers, not enemies. Each time you fall, ask what lesson it holds and rise again. If you live this way, defeat can never truly defeat you. You will always rise. And when no one around you believes in you, you must believe in yourself. There will be times when the world is silent. No applause, no encouragement, no one saying you can do it. You will feel alone, carrying your dream quietly while others dismiss it. This is when faith in yourself matters most. Every visionary, every creator, every leader has faced moments when others doubted them. They were laughed at, told their dream was impossible, told to give up. But they pressed forward not because they had support, but because their inner voice was louder than the world's noise. That voice carried them forward. Believing in yourself does not mean thinking you are flawless or ignoring wisdom from others. It means refusing to betray your own inner truth. Deep down, you know what you are capable of. You know the dream that burns inside you. If you allow others' doubts to rule you, you bury that dream. But if you trust yourself, you give it a chance to grow. Think of a seed hidden in the soil. No one sees it. People step on it, thinking it is nothing. But the seed knows what it can become. It pushes through the soil, reaches for the sun, and one day becomes a tree. The same people who ignored it now rest under its shade. Your self-belief is that seed. Even when the world does not see your potential, you must trust that it is there. Imagine a young creator with a new idea, mocked by everyone. Instead of quitting, they quietly keep building. One day the same critics stand amazed at what they have achieved. But that moment only arrives because they trusted themselves first. When people doubt you, remember that their disbelief reflects their limits, not yours. People cannot see beyond their own fears, so they assume you cannot either. But your journey is your own. Self-belief is not arrogance. Arrogance shouts, "I am better than everyone." Self-belief whispers, "I will not give up on myself." It is quiet strength, not loud pride. It is the voice that says, keep going when the road is hard. You build self-belief by keeping promises to yourself. When you say you will do something, do it. Each time you follow through, you prove to yourself that you are reliable. This creates confidence over time. Also, remind yourself of past victories, even the small ones. If you succeeded before, you can succeed again. Hold your vision close, write it down, picture it clearly. That image will give you strength when doubt surrounds you. There will always be critics, doubters, and silent bystanders. But their disbelief does not matter if your foundation is strong. Finally, learn to let go. Much of our pain comes not from what happens, but from clinging to how we wished things would be. We replay scenes in our mind, we hold on to disappointments, we suffer because reality did not match our expectation. Detachment is the art of releasing what is outside your control. It does not mean you stop caring. It means you stop shattering your own peace over what you cannot change. Think of a river. When it encounters a rock, it does not fight. It simply flows around it and continues on its way. Your life should be the same. Plans will fail, people will let you down, situations will surprise you. If you resist reality, you only hurt yourself. But if you flow like water, you remain free. Detachment is focusing only on what belongs to you, your choices, your habits, your discipline, your mindset. These are the things you control. Everything else, the past, other people's behavior, the weather, lies outside your reach. Why waste energy on what you cannot influence? Use that energy to strengthen what is in your hands. Imagine a farmer. He cannot control when rain falls or when the wind blows. If he spends his life worrying about the sky, he will go mad. But he can control how he plants, waters, and protects his crops. By focusing on his work, he finds peace regardless of the sky. This is living with detachment. One of the hardest things to release is expectation. We often build a plan in our minds and demand that life obey it. But life is not a servant, it has its own design. When things go differently, do not see it as punishment. See it as guidance. The tighter you cling to your picture, the more fragile you are. The more open you are to change, the stronger you grow. Detachment also removes unnecessary anger. If someone insults you, you might feel like fighting back, but ask yourself if it truly matters. Most of the time, it does not. Their words are not in your control, but your response is. If you remain calm, you stay powerful. By releasing the need to win every fight, you protect your inner peace. Detachment also helps you accept outcomes you cannot control. You may pour effort into a dream and still face setbacks. You may love deeply and still lose. That is life. But detachment allows you to see loss as part of the journey and failure as a lesson, not a wound. This frees you from being crushed by circumstances. When you finally release the idea that life must always bend to your will, you uncover a deep and unshakable freedom within. This freedom is where real strength lies. A person who demands that every detail goes their way is constantly disturbed by change. But someone who flows with life becomes impossible to shake. Nothing can truly harm your peace once you understand this. You may not control events, but you always control how you respond. Learn the art of letting go and you will walk more lightly through the world. Fear loses its grip. Challenges feel less heavy. Peace becomes your constant companion, no matter what chaos may come your way. Like a river winding its path through rocks and soil, you too will always find a way forward. Stop trying to win everyone's approval. The desire to be liked by all is like locking yourself in a cage and throwing away the key. Each time you change who you are just to make others smile, you lose a piece of your freedom. You might feel accepted for a moment, but inside you are losing yourself. The truth is simple but powerful. Some people will like you, some will dislike you, some will not even notice you. And that is completely okay. Think about history's great innovators, thinkers and leaders. They were not focused on fitting into the crowd. They were not living their lives trying to please strangers. They stood apart because they had the courage to follow their own vision. If they had waited for universal approval, we would never know their names today. The world remembers them because they had the audacity to trust themselves even when others doubted. Every time you seek validation, you hand over your self-worth to someone else. If they cheer for you, you feel high. If they criticize you, you feel crushed. That is no way to live. Real confidence is born when you stop outsourcing your worth and start approving of yourself. When you can look in the mirror and say, I am proud of the effort I gave today. I am proud of the person I am becoming. You no longer need anyone else's permission to feel good. Celebrate every small step you take, even if no one claps. Did you show up today? Did you make progress toward your dream? Applaud yourself. Do not wait for others to tell you you are enough. Decide that you are enough. Your value does not come from external applause, but from the belief you have in your own path. Living for approval makes you fragile. Imagine a tree that sways wildly with every gust of wind because it is afraid to break. It never grows strong. But a tree that holds firmly to its roots grows taller even when storms pass. Be that tree. Trust the path you are walking. Respect your own decisions. Others may disagree, but they do not live your life. You do. Even if you tried to please everyone, someone would still criticize you. Some people will admire your choices. Others will dislike them, and many will not care at all. Why spend your life dancing for their approval? Take that energy and pour it into building yourself. Once you stop begging for applause, you become unstoppable. Your worth stops being a debate and becomes something you own. This is not arrogance. Arrogance says, I am superior to others. True freedom says, I am not here to compete. I am already whole. Picture a traveler moving through a crowded bazaar. The crowd shouts praise, insults, and jokes. If he stopped to argue or respond to everyone, he would never reach his destination. But if he keeps walking, focused on where he is going, he arrives. That is how your life should be. Keep walking forward. Do not stop for every voice that calls out to you. People will notice your quiet strength. They might not always compliment you for it, but they will respect it. Confidence is magnetic because it does not rely on being liked by everyone. It comes from being authentic, even when no one is watching. Stop chasing approval. Approve of yourself. Trust your vision. Walk forward boldly. That is how you unlock true freedom. Criticism will always find its way to you. No matter what you do, someone will have something to say. Some feedback is useful and can help you grow. Most of it is noise. The difference between strong and weak people lies in how they respond to it. Weak people react instantly. They get defensive, argue, or let doubt creep in. They allow other people's words to hijack their mood. Strong people pause before responding. They filter what they hear. They ask themselves, does this person have the knowledge or wisdom to guide me? Are their words meant to help or harm? If the answer is yes, they absorb the lesson. If the answer is no, they let it slide away. Think of an artist carving a statue. As he works, some passers-by cheer him on, some offer helpful tips, and others mock him, saying he will never finish. If he stopped to argue or please everyone, he would never complete his art. Instead, he stays focused on his vision. You are that artist, and your life is your sculpture. Do not allow random voices to chip away at your creation. Most criticism comes from people who have no understanding of your path. Their words often come from their own fears, insecurities, or envy. Why should you let them decide your future? Criticism only has power if you hand it power. But do not reject every critique. Some comes from mentors, guides, or friends who want to see you grow. That kind of feedback might sting, but it contains wisdom. Strong people do not avoid it. They study it, take what is useful, and grow stronger. Weak people let pride blind them, rejecting advice that could transform them. To deal with criticism well, follow a simple process. First, pause. Do not respond with your first impulse. Second, check the source. Is this person qualified to speak into your life? Third, extract the lesson if there is one and discard the rest. Just as a miner tosses away stones but keeps the gold, you must let go of useless opinions while keeping the rare words that refine you. Imagine holding a shield. Every word that comes at you strikes the shield. You inspect it. If it is valuable, you keep it. If not, you let it bounce away. This keeps you unshaken. Pressure is something everyone faces. It comes during exams, big decisions, or unexpected crises. Many believe pressure destroys people, but in truth, it reveals them. Pressure shows whether you collapse or stand firm. Most people panic when life derails their plans. They complain, freeze, or let fear take over. Those who have trained themselves, however, meet pressure differently. They stay composed and treat pressure as a test. Think of a warrior heading into battle. He does not expect an easy fight. He knows there will be danger, obstacles, and pain. Because he expects it, he is ready. His calmness is not accidental. He has trained for it. You must do the same with your mind. Train it daily so when the storm arrives, you are not swept away. Start with your breath. When stress spikes, take slow, steady breaths instead of reacting. Breathing slows the mind and gives you space to choose your next move. Then focus on what matters most right now. Do not let your mind drown in 1,000 what-ifs. Imagine a house on fire. Some people run around screaming, making things worse. The calm person grabs water, leads people out, and takes action. Calmness does not mean ignoring the fire. It means controlling yourself so you can handle it well. Prepare your mind before challenges come. Expect obstacles. The traveler who packs for rain does not panic when the storm comes. The one who expects perfect weather panics at the first drop. Look at great leaders of history. The ones we admire most are those who stayed calm when everyone else was afraid. Their presence gave strength to everyone around them. That same strength can live in you. When you stay calm under pressure, you gain an edge. While others waste energy panicking, you think clearly. People respect those who remain steady while the world trembles. Calmness is not weakness, it is power. Anyone can lose control. Only the disciplined can remain composed in chaos. Greatness is not built in a single day. It is built through steady, repeated effort. A tree does not grow tall in one night. It grows season by season. Success is no different. Many people do not fail because they lack talent, but because they cannot stay consistent. They work for a while, then quit. They allow excuses and comfort to stop them. They promise themselves they will try tomorrow. But tomorrow never arrives. Those who achieve greatness show up day after day, even when they are tired, even when they do not feel like it. Discipline means keeping promises you make to yourself. If you say you will study, then study. If you say you will train, then train. Each time you keep a commitment, you strengthen the trust you have in yourself. That trust builds a foundation no one can shake. Think of a stone cutter striking a rock. For a long time, there is no visible change. Then suddenly, the rock breaks, not because of the last strike alone, but because of all the strikes combined. Life works the same way. Your results might not appear right away, but if you stay consistent, the breakthrough will eventually come. Do not wait for big opportunities to prove yourself. Excellence is built in the small daily actions. Waking early, practicing, finishing what you start, speaking with integrity. These small steps shape your character. Consistency also makes you resilient. When setbacks arrive, you will keep moving forward instead of giving up. No storm can stop the person who keeps walking. Finally, learn to move in silence. Do not waste energy announcing every goal or proving yourself with words. True strength does not boast, it builds. Think of a seed buried deep underground. No one claps for it, no one sees it. Yet it grows roots quietly until one day it breaks the surface and becomes a tree. Your dreams are like that seed. They require privacy to grow strong. Not everyone needs to know what you are working on. Some will doubt you, some will discourage you, some might even try to stop you. By keeping quiet, you protect your vision from unnecessary noise. Work in silence and let your success make the announcement for you. People will notice when you reach the peak, and your results will speak louder than any speech you could give. This does not mean hiding forever. It means revealing at the right time. Work hard, build patiently, and allow the world to see only when you are ready. Silence creates mystery, and mystery is powerful. When others cannot predict your next move, they pay attention. Let your actions speak. Let your results be the proof. The great achievers of history did not spend their lives explaining what they were about to do. They did it. And when the work was done, the world could not ignore it. Be that person. Stop talking, start building. Protect your dream like a seed. Let the results surprise everyone. That is how you master yourself, and that is real power.